Hi guys, welcome back. Now in one of my previous videos I showed how I made these wood turning chisels from old files, and one of my subscribers, a gentleman called Phil Whitley, has asked me to do a demonstration of them, so that's what I intend doing today. Now if you visit Phil's site, a word of warning, fasten your seat belts because it's non-stop action, it really is. Now the beauty of this Smart and Brown lathe is that you can take the carriage off, and for wood turning I've made this contraption. This is the same angle as the bed, so this fits on first of all, fastened with a nut underneath. It's adjustable so you can slide it on the bed, and then I've made this tool post that's adjustable for height and just clamps on there. So, for Phil's benefit, I'm going to chuck up this this piece of timber that I found lying around in the garden and see what we can get out of it. But first of all, I'm going to put these chisels on the grinder. I made a start with the grinding them, but I'm going to see if I can hone them to a better finish than what they are at the moment. I've got a feeling this skew is going to be too long, so I may end up cutting quite a big chunk out of that, but I'm going to give it a try first, see how it goes. I'm going to try these on the belt sander. I don't have any special jig for doing the spindle gouge, but I'm going to see what I can do handheld with the grinder first. Well, I don't think the belt sander is the ideal piece of equipment to be sharpening wood turning chisels. If you see most of the professionals on eBay, they have I think it's called a CBN wheel, a diamond coated wheel, and the purpose made grinding jig for the spindle gouge. So I think that might be the next project, knocking up one of those. But for the time being I've got a reasonable finish on it and it feels sharp, so I'm going to have a go with this. I've got a piece of 3-inch timber. It's an old piece of fence post. I know it's not ideal for wood turning, but it's all I've got lying around. I don't want to go cutting the leg off Grandma's old antique dining table, so I'm going to have a try with this. There's one or two large knots in it, but I've mounted it in the forejaw. I want this, the piece that I'm making, I want it to have a square base, so I've mounted that in the forejaw. I've got the tool rest mounted just slightly above centre, and as close as possible that I can get without it touching. So that's free. So here goes. Well, to say this is an old fence post, it's a reasonably clean finish on that. I'm quite surprised. There's one or two areas that have got a lot of resin in, which seem to cause one or two problems. But overall, and to say I've not got a perfect grind on this, just on the belt sander, I think that's quite acceptable. To say I want the base to be square, so I'm going to carry on and take this down to about this this position, and then I'll bring you back and use one of the other chisels. We've got a bit further with it, and with the spindle gouge, and it's been doing okay. There's a rather large knot here that it doesn't like. That's the trouble with using this timber, but overall it's starting to take shape. So that's the spindle gouge. I'm going to move on to the scraper now and see if that leaves, see what finish that leaves on it. don't think I've got quite steep enough angle on that cutting edge on the scraper, but overall not too bad a finish. Right, next up is the skew. As I say, it may be too long this, but I'm going to give it a try and see how we go. So that's 2 down, 1 to go. Yeah, I just feel a little too long, that skew. I'll probably end up cutting maybe a couple of inches up it. And I think the tool rest, with the skew I think the tool rest needs to be a bit lower to have the proper cutting angle. But overall I'm quite pleased with those. Now, I've no idea what this is going to end up being. I'm just going to carry on experimenting with it and see what it turns out as. Well guys, after half an hour of wood turning and experimenting with the new chisels, I'm just putting the finishing touches to my piece of work. And you'll never guess what it's turned into. Well guys, this is the third attempt I've had at wood turning since I started. It's the first time I've used the new chisels that I made, and if you told people that you'd made this on the lathe, they simply wouldn't believe you. But I'm quite proud of it. Just take it out to the chuck. So yeah, I can certainly see the attraction in wood turning. Anyway, if you like my videos guys, please subscribe. More videos coming very soon.